Welcome to De Leon Springs. It is probably one of the most unique springs that I have ever visited. Not only does it have this beautiful spring water and peaceful kayaking, but it also has an extraordinary pancake house that you'll want to try. So let's get into it. De Leon Springs is a historical spring that has been drawing people in for hundreds of years. This wonderful spring is located in De Leon, Florida, which is just a little over an hour north of Orlando. The spring is open every day of the year from 8 a.m. to sundown, and the cost of admission is $6 per vehicle for up to 8 people, which makes it a great budget experience for any family. We visited on a beautiful Sunday morning and got here right as the park opened. One of the most unique things about the spring is that it has a delicious pancake house located right within the park, which is the first thing that I had to try when we came to this park last weekend. Since we got here so early, we were able to walk in and get seated right away. The Sugar Mill restaurant is a very popular restaurant that is located in a 100-year-old replica of an 1830s sugar mill. This restaurant is well known for their all-you-can-eat pancakes that you can cook at your own table, which I had to try while I was here. You get 2 different types of batters to try, their white flour pancakes as well as their unique mixture of 5 fresh stone ground flours. You can also add an assortment of toppings like apples, banana slices, blueberries, applesauce, chocolate chips, or real peanut butter at an additional cost. I added some blueberries to go with my pancakes because, well, I just couldn't resist. Since my husband isn't much of a pancake person, he opted in for the 2-egg meal that you also cook at your table, which comes with toast and your choice of side. So he ordered his with sausage and added on a side of bacon. And by the way, you don't have to cook the meat at your table. That is something that they'll actually cook in the kitchen. I have to admit, I haven't made pancakes for myself in a while, so my flipping skills are a little bit rusty. But I did get better at it as I went along, and I enjoyed both batters. The white flour batter was really nice and fluffy, and the grain flour, even though it was not as fluffy, still had a lot of great flavor. If you are thinking of heading over to the park to enjoy this restaurant, I highly recommend getting to the Old Sugar Mill restaurant as early as possible because the wait times within the park can get over an hour long. By the time we filled ourselves up with our delicious meal, the spring was filled with people. De Leon Springs is a natural spring that pumps out 22 million gallons of water per day, and the water in the swimming area stays a refreshing 72 degrees all year long. De Leon Springs also has a roped-off shallow area where you can swim with your little kids. But the spring can also get about 30 feet deep near the spring cave. Please know that there are no lifeguards on duty, so be prepared to swim at your own risk and make sure to keep a close eye on your kids. If you want to head out farther into the water, De Leon Springs offers a boat tour that departs a few times during the day. If you are interested in doing this tour, you would head over to the takeout window at the Old Sugar Mill and put your name on the list. They only go out on the water if there are 6 people that are interested, but they seem to hit that minimum pretty easily. The cost of the tour is $16 per person and is a 50-minute tour down Spring Garden Creek. Our captain did tell us a few details about the spring, like how it pumps out 22 million gallons of water per day, and how they found a 6,000-year-old dugout canoe at the bottom of the spring. But for the most part, it was more of a scenic boat ride than an educational tour, and is a beautiful ride down Spring Garden Creek. If you want to spend even more time on the water, you can also rent a kayak or canoe from De Leon Springs, where you can get an even closer look at Lake Woodruff National Wildlife Refuge. The cost to rent a kayak is $22 for your first hour and $11 for every additional hour. And if you want to get away from the crowds and just be one-on-one with nature, I highly recommend spending the morning on the water because it doesn't get any more peaceful than this. I do want to let you know that this is the perfect type of murky water for gators, and we did see quite a few of them while we were out there. But as long as you keep your distance, they don't bother you. If you prefer to stay dry while you're visiting the spring, there are also a few different trails that you can explore while you're there, as well as the ruins of the original sugar mill that functioned at the spring. There are also remnants of when the spring used to serve as a popular roadside attraction that drew people in, like the Fountain of Youth, a trapeze artist, as well as a skiing baby elephant. Yep, you heard me right. A skiing baby elephant. As you're walking around, you'll see these signs that will tell you what used to stand there and the location you're in. Most of the nature trails here are pretty well covered, which will keep you cool in the heat of the Florida sun. And while you're back here exploring the miles of trails, don't miss your chance to see Old Methuselah, which is a huge bald cypress tree that is more than 500 years old and somehow managed to survive throughout the years. The trails are also a great way to be able to see a lot of the wildlife in the area, and you can see everything here from birds to otters and a number of different other animals. If you are looking for another beautiful spring experience that is not far from Orlando, you'll have to check out my video on kayaking Rock Springs Run that just popped up on the screen. Until next time, everyone, I hope you have an amazing day and go out and enjoy some Florida sunshine.